The 21st edition of the FIFA World Cup will be aired live on Bermuda Broadcasting Company. Be a part of the history. You don't want to miss FIFA World Cup 2018.
USDA ribeye steaks, boneless, only $18.99 per pound. Imported broccoli crowns, just $2.99 per pound. Select varieties of DiGiorno pizzas, just $9.50 for a 27.5-ounce box. Chef Boyardee pasta meals, only $1.89 for a 14.75-ounce tin. Select varieties of Chobani yogurts, only $1.99 for a 5.3-ounce tub. Visit our website at www.marketplace.pm for more weekly specials.
You can count on us.
Live from Bermuda Broadcasting, this is ZBM TV9 News.
Good evening, everyone. It's Thursday, September 28th, 2017. I'm Diane Brewer, and thank you for joining us tonight. We begin with tragic news this evening. Police today confirmed the death of a 38-year-old Southampton woman who died this morning following a road accident in Southampton near Five Star Island. She has been identified as Carrie Petty. It happened around 10 minutes to 6 this morning on Middle Road as the woman was riding her motorcycle when she collided with a car. An ambulance arrived on the scene and transported her to the hospital where she later died. Meanwhile, the driver of that car who was involved, a 30-year-old Warwick woman, suffered a shoulder injury and was treated and released from the hospital. Police say she was later arrested on suspicion of driving while impaired. The incident, now the 11th road traffic fatality for 2017, resulted in significant traffic delays in the area for 3 hours to allow police to comb the scene. Witnesses are urged to telephone the roads policing unit on 247-1788. We send out our sincerest sympathies to the family and friends of Carrie Petty. How could a former teacher found by an education governing body in the UK to have conducted an inappropriate relationship with a 16-year-old student be allowed back into Bermuda, having previously taught at a private school on island, and become a recruit with the Bermuda Police Service? Here's Gary Moreno with the latest.
An investigation by the United Kingdom's National College for Training and Leadership found that the 38-year-old man developed an inappropriate relationship with a pupil while she attended Wickham Abbey School. According to the findings of that investigation, the man first contacted the pupil in or around 2013, writing "Happy Valentine's Day" from a secret admirer, or words to that effect. He is said to have given her his personal email address and also sent her emails of an inappropriate nature. Further, he is said to have given her his private mobile phone number, and during meetings and or rehearsals, he inappropriately touched her and began an inappropriate relationship with her after she left the school, even engaging in sexual activity with her on school premises. The former drama teacher was deemed to have acted dishonestly and or acted with a lack of integrity in that he asked the pupil to give the police a false account of the nature of their relationship during the investigation in 2016. The man is said to have admitted to most of the charges, but denied that he inappropriately touched the pupil or had an inappropriate relationship with her or encouraged her to give false information to the police. He has now been prohibited from teaching indefinitely in any school, sixth form college, relevant youth accommodation or children's home in England. And in view of the seriousness of the allegations found proved against him, he's not entitled to apply for restoration of his eligibility to teach. It is understood the man is married to a Bermudian and has enlisted as a recruit with the Bermuda Police Service. Contacted about this, Acting Commissioner Paul Wright issued a statement saying one of the 14 new Bermuda Police Service recruits who commenced the Recruit Foundation course on Monday 11th September 2017 has been linked to a news report in the UK that was published on Thursday 28th September. The news report refers to allegations that the officer was engaged in inappropriate behavior with a 16-year-old student at a private school where he was previously employed as a teacher. The matter was investigated by the police in the UK, which found there was no criminal case to answer. However, the National College for Teaching and Leadership convened a professional conduct panel which recorded its decision on 7th September this year that on balance, the allegations that he developed an inappropriate relationship with the student were proven. According to the acting commissioner, the Bermuda Police Service conducts background checks on all applicants seeking to join the service. In this case, there were no adverse traces at that time. However, the BPS continues to look into this matter with a view to determining if the officer has breached BPS standards of professional behavior. However, a police source tells us that with no criminal conviction having been recorded against the former teacher, who is a UK national, his actions may be considered unethical but not illegal. That notwithstanding, we asked a spokesperson for the Bermuda Police Service what is the normal procedure if allegations of a sexual nature are made against a police officer, and would the same procedure be followed for a police recruit? Further, can the recruit in question be made to leave the BPS for not having disclosed the information contained in the report against him by the NCTL in the UK? And in most interviews, an individual would be asked why would they have left their previous place of employment, and whether that occurred in this instance. We were told only in response that the email from the acting commissioner stands. Gary Moreno, reporting for the Bermuda Broadcasting News.
You can count on us.
Pretty Lady Emerald Red or White Seedless Grapes, only $3.99 per pound. Fresh assorted pork chops, just $3.49 per pound. Select varieties of Arm & Hammer laundry detergent, only $9.99 for a 61.25-ounce bottle. Select varieties of Kraft shredded cheese, just $4.09 for an 8-ounce bag. Blue Bottom margarine sticks, only $1.99 for a 1-pound box. All stores open Monday through Saturday until 10 p.m. and Sunday 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. for your shopping convenience.
You can count on us.
When you shop online, the cheapest, quickest, and easiest way to bring your packages into Bermuda is with U.S. Express at mailboxes.
I enjoy the service a lot. It's very fast.
U.S. Express is always on time, and they always call you to come get your goods on time.
The cashback, when you get enough deliveries, is really nice. It's an added bonus.
Sign up for a U.S. Express account at www.mailboxesunlimited.com today.
Are you required to take one or more medications daily but have a hard time remembering when to take them? Does your family fear you may end up in the hospital because you often forget to take your meds? Or are you a caregiver looking for a time management tool designed to make your medication routine effortless? The Phoenix stores can help. With an MDS blister pack, a multi-dose packaging system that makes it easier to manage and take your medication. Each MDS blister pack contains medications for the week and is pre-packed, sealed, and labeled by a pharmacist. Prescriptions grouped by the day and the time of day you should take them, whether at breakfast, lunch, dinner, or bedtime. Plus, to ensure you're covered, each pack includes detailed, personalized instruction. Take confidence in knowing you're using your medications as the doctor planned. Visit the Phoenix stores to chat with the pharmacist and get your MDS blister pack today. The Phoenix stores, for a better life.
Welcome back. In economic news, the government today published figures detailing the performance of retail sales in July. The numbers show an increase of just over 2% above the figure recorded in July of 2016. The retail sales index also reporting that 5 of the 7 retail sectors on the island experienced gains in sales revenue, with motor vehicle stores reporting the largest jump in sales receipts of nearly 15%. In contrast, liquor stores registered the largest decline in sales of nearly 10%. Those residents who flew back to the island from overseas declared purchases valued at nearly $3.5 million, which was just short of 23% lower than the figure for July of last year. When you break the numbers down, new inventory for sale in the motor vehicle sector and price incentives during July contributed to the increase there, while sales of building materials dropped more than 3% due to a lower demand for supplies required for building projects. Elsewhere, demands from visitors to the island is being credited for the 2% sales boost for apparel stores. And celebrities have flocked to Bermuda as part of the 11th annual Capital Jazz Super Cruise. Earl Baisden ventured to the Port Royal Golf Course earlier today to catch up with a well-known entertainer.
Despite the inclement weather, several entertainers and others on board the Breakaway in Dockyard took to the Port Royal Golf Course, the home of the PGA Grand Slam of Golf from 2009 to 2014. The celebrities and guests were hosted by American musician, singer-songwriter Jeffrey Osborne, who was amazed with Bermuda.
It's one of the nicer islands that I've seen. I mean, because I've been to a lot of islands, so I don't see the poverty as I see on some of the other islands. I think it's a great island. I know it's a small island, like 22 miles long and 2.5 miles wide. It's beautiful here. It's absolutely gorgeous.
Osborne is happy that he and fellow entertainers are away from the USA because of the leader. This is how he feels about the current situation between the President of the United States and professional athletes.
I feel that it's necessary to make a stand. How do you not? I mean, how can you not protest where people are going to see? What sense does that make? What am I going to protest down in my basement? Well, who good is that? So, I mean, I think, a civil protest is fine. I mean, there needs to be change. There's a lot of things going on. I'm actually embarrassed for America right now. I think this is the worst leadership that I've ever seen, and I'm embarrassed, and I think the rest of the world is looking at us and laughing at us. So I'm hoping we can pull it together. I hope he stops dividing us, because that's what it feels like. There's a definite division there. And so I'm with the athletes and the entertainers 100%. I took a knee the other night on Sunday during the NFL games. I was doing a show, and I took a knee along with them on stage. So I think that, first of all, you can't tell a grown man what he can do. Who are you to say, fire this guy because he won't stand? He's a grown man. A grown man can do what he wants to do, and a grown man is going to do what he wants to do.
And I'm Earl Baisden with Bermuda Broadcasting News.
In other news, the controversy over U.S. President Donald Trump's stance against American athletes taking a knee in protest against alleged injustices taking center stage around the globe. Scenes on television of NFL and NBA players kneeling during the anthem as a display of protest have been making the rounds, with some accusing the president, who insists they should be fired, of being racially insensitive. Mike Sharp hit the streets of Hamilton to ask local residents if they would be upset if one of our national teams took a knee during the island's anthem, God Save the Queen.
I think it's up to the individual. That's why I really think it's up to the individual. If they want to stand up and stand up or kneel down, it's up to the individual player if they want to do it.
But during the national anthem?
Yes. It's up to them.
Any form of protest, if they want to take it before, after, stay in the locker room, lock arms, hands on shoulders, whatever the case may be. If that's the First Amendment right, then they should be able to go ahead and do it whatever time they feel like doing it. Would you be upset?
No. If they're doing it for the right reason. Okay, if they're treated unjustly, no, I wouldn't be upset. But I don't think that would happen here in Bermuda.
But obviously you're keeping abreast of it with the NFL players?
Oh, most definitely. I understand why they've done it, because they have been treated, unfairly.
Not really. I think sports, and I think it was said by LeBron James, how sport is a unifying body, and it really is. So if there was any particular social ill that's before us, and if the players showed some solidarity, I would have no problem with that, Mike. Definitely not.
Most definitely not. That's the athlete's opinion. They have their right to their own opinion to whatever they do, on court or on field or off court, or field. So if they feel that they want to make a political standpoint by kneeling during the singing of the national anthem or the Queen's anthem, that's their opinion.
What about just before or after, not during the actual anthem?
Well, that's just bringing in more, trying to be more politically correct, whether it's before, during, after. It's the statement of what they're doing, which makes a point. They're kneeling because they're making a statement, so that's their opinion. They want to make that statement. Now, remember, with all actions, you have consequences, so they're probably prepared to face those consequences when it arises as well.
If they got some gripe, as long as it's not political, it's something to do with humanity, yes, I wouldn't have a problem with it.
Right. How do you separate politics from that?
Well, there's a lot of humane things that need to be done, even addressed in Bermuda. Most people in Bermuda not so much even care about the God save the Queen type of thing, you know what I mean? So it's so diverse in Bermuda that anything could happen, you know?
No more voluntary early retirement incentive plan for civil servants, and the announcement has caused an uproar for some government workers who may have jumped the gun after submitting applications for early retirement. Gary Moreno brings us the latest.
The former OBA government had initiated the Voluntary Early Retirement Incentive Plan, or VRIP, as a means of reducing the size and cost of government. In fact, the former administration claimed to have saved nearly $8 million in 2015 as a result of the Voluntary Early Retirement Program. The offer was most recently made in May of this year to government workers who were considered eligible to participate. Workers were reportedly advised that they had until July of this year to sign off on the offer. We are told many of them did, with their department heads approving the applications. As such, some of the participants began making plans for their retirement, including, in one instance, putting their house on rent in order to take an ailing relative abroad for treatment. Then, in a letter dated August 30th this year, Dr. Derek Binns, Secretary to the Cabinet and Head of the Civil Service, advised hopeful applicants that the offer was discontinued. According to the letter, while the program had achieved its objective of reducing the size and cost of government, the belief was that any continuation would serve to weaken government's ability to deliver on its mandate. Having considered the conditions of the program, staffing levels across the public service, and the likely impact on the quality of services to both the public and remaining staff, government determined it was unable to freeze vacated posts for 2 years, and without posts being frozen, the expected cost savings could not be achieved. Therefore, the program was cancelled. You may remember the freezing of posts was a mandatory requirement when a post is vacated through the voluntary retirement plan. Expressing his regret, Dr. Binns advised in the letter that decisions had not been made on any of the applications submitted, pending a policy decision by the new government, and based on the new government's position, no further action will be taken on those applications. The decision to end the program said to have come as a surprise to many of the applicants, some of whom lament they feel hard done by, and as a result will be seeking legal recourse, as they have already began making and implementing plans for their retirement. But a legal authority we spoke with contends selling one's home and booking trips and the like with early retirement in mind are personal decisions for which government cannot be held accountable. All persons who qualified for retirement at age 55 or 60 years can retire from the civil service at any time based on the Superannuation Act. The real issue for some is the loss of 6 months advanced salary as part of the VRIP offer, which could prove a problem for those who have spent that retirement money before even receiving it. That notwithstanding, some workers tell us, though, the whole situation has left them feeling VRIPed off. Gary Moreno, reporting for the Bermuda Broadcasting News.
And turning to weather news, improving conditions for our Friday as Tropical Storm Maria finally heads out to sea. Here's the latest from AccuWeather headquarters.
AccuWeather is presented by BF&M Insurance Group. We now go to AccuWeather headquarters.
A bit of a gloomy day out there today. It's going to continue through tonight. We're seeing some strong winds up to 30 miles per hour at times. That is because of Maria. Maria is no longer a hurricane, a tropical storm right now, but we're getting those rain bands right over the island, so we're seeing some showers, heavy at times, and it's going to remain like that again through tomorrow morning, off and on showers throughout the night. Taking a closer look, we do see some of those rain bands right over the island right now, with a couple more on their way. The temperature right now is a bit cooler than yesterday, 79 degrees across the island, winds at humidity at 90%, so it is awfully humid out there. Winds out of the southwest around 20 knots, waves inside the reef 2 to 4 and outside 10 to 17. We do have a small craft advisory in place tonight through tomorrow, and also a thunder advisory in place as well. We could hear a couple rumbles of thunder and see a little bit of lightning as this system passes through. So for tonight, very windy, up to 30 miles per hour, as I said, mostly cloudy with a couple of showers, 77 degrees for our temperature. Tomorrow, the morning, we should still expect another shower or two in places. Otherwise, it's going to be cloudy and drying out. Much more sunshine tomorrow with a high of 83 degrees. Our high tide, 3:22 p.m. today. The second one at 3:48 in the morning on Friday. Now, if you are traveling, we do have a getaway forecast forecast for you. It's a bit wet in Toronto, also Miami and London. Miami, we could see some delays throughout the weekend, so check on your flights there. It's going to be very wet there this weekend. New York, Boston, and Atlanta staying dry with beautiful sunshine for the next couple of days. Here in the Caribbean, we're seeing those pop-up thunderstorms and showers, mainly in the evening hours, staying warm and humid in the 80s, low 90s for our temperatures. The next couple days, well, we will have some improvement through Saturday, but then Sunday and Monday expect more showers to move through. Tuesday will clear up throughout the afternoon. Temperatures 79. As we start off the work week. Stay tuned to Ocean 89, Power 95, and Inspire 105 for all your latest news and weather.
AccuWeather was presented by BF&M Insurance Group.
This spring, as you make the transition from your living room to your patio, bring a touch of class to your outdoor living space with a new patio set from Big Savings Zone. Our new line of outdoor furniture features a wide range of sectional sofas, round and rectangular dining tables, as well as matching chairs and umbrellas. Ashley's outdoor furniture is crafted for comfort and durability, boasting a state-of-the-art rust-free finish for years of enjoyment. Exclusively available at Big Savings Zone, Southside St. David's.
Police Week 2017. Join the Bermuda Police Service as we celebrate 138 years of policing in Bermuda. Events for the week include the Police Gymkhana, Saturday, September 30th. Elementary and middle school students are invited to come to Police Field and Prospect. Bring a bicycle and a helmet. Fun starts at 10 a.m. Police Memorial, Sunday, October 1st. The memorial will commence at 5:30 p.m. at the Police Cemetery on Alexandra Road in Devonshire, followed by a sunset ceremony. The ever-popular Seniors Tea, 11 a.m. Tuesday, October 3rd at the Hamilton Princess. Dynamic police displays Wednesday, October 4th. Come and watch live demonstrations on Police Field and Prospect. All students are welcome starting at 10 a.m. And this year we are proud to announce that the Halton Regional Police Service Pipes and Drums from Ontario, Canada will be performing during Police Week events on October 1st, 3rd, and 4th. More information can be found at www.bermudapolice.pm or search Bermuda Police on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. The Bermuda Police Service, making Bermuda safer.
That's the beautiful rhythm that we've seen from Duffy all season. All smiles from a very proud Bermudian who wins the title, defends her title with maximum points, 5,200, her 6th win of the season.
Turning to sports, it was a mixed day for the Bermuda bocce players at the World Championships. The World Etchells Championships continue in San Francisco with 2 Bermuda sailors involved, and Delray Rollins and his Sussex teammates are heading for a draw. Earl Baisden has tonight's sports report.
All 4 Bermuda players saw action as the BizFed 2017 Kansas City World Bocce Open continued. Omar Hayward was edged 3-2 by Yoka Matamura from Japan in their BC1 Pool B division match. Playing in her BC2 Pool C division match, Uche De Silva Andre defeated Michelle Lynch from the United States of America 6-0. Hayward would fall 10-0 to Daniel Perez from the Netherlands. Steve Wilson went down 6-3 to Samuel Andrzejak from Slovakia in their BC1 Pool A division match. Jamal Bean went down 6-3 to Bozo Jose Maria from Argentina in their BC4 Pool C division match. De Silva Andre would go down for the first time in the tournament 7-1 to Pablo Gonzalez from Argentina. 2 Bermuda boats flying the Bermuda flag continue competing in the World Etchells Championships going on in San Francisco. As they did and we reported on day 1, 2 races were held on day 2. Tabaran, sailed by Dirk Nulman alongside Grant Simmer and Mark Shrub, fell from their day 1 lead in the 51-boat fleet. Nulman will go into the 3rd day 10 points behind new leaders Sanat Bischoff from the United States of America. The American has 28 points while Nulman Raymond, who is in third place, has 38 points. He finished 8th in the first race of the day and the third of the series before finishing the second race in 21st place. Tim Patton, sailing thrash alongside Campbell Patton and Stuart Presley, moved off the bottom of the table to end the day in 43rd with 166 points. Patton recorded his best finish of the regatta to date in the first race of the day, crossing the line 30th before closing out the day with a 41st place finish. Nottinghamshire saved the follow-on at the Hove against Dowray Rollins and his Sussex teammates to take another step towards securing promotion on day 3 of their 4-day Specsavers Championship match. A draw will be enough to ensure they join Worcestershire in Division 1 next season, and at tea they were 467 for 9, trailing Sussex by 98 runs. But as the evening session began, the light started to fade, and as the last wicket fell, play was halted due to bad light, with Sussex holding an 88-run lead. Che Brinkman and his Rhode Island men's soccer teammates broke its 234-minute-plus scoring drought in their 2-1 win over Boston College. In the 59th minute, Brinkman buried a shot that proved to be the school winner. Meanwhile, Brookhaven College's Deshae Darrell followed up her Player of the Week award by contributing to a 2-0 victory in a conference game against Mount View College. Darrell, who took the corner that resulted in the opening goal, was the Brookhaven winner. Darrell's fine form then continued when she scored the opening goal in a hard-fought 4-3 victory against Division I regional opponents Angelina College. Brookhaven College has now won 4 games in a row, and Darrell has contributed with 4 goals and 2 assists in those games. The first Intercollegiate Tennis Association National Championships of the 2017-18 season began as Pepperdine University and Malibu Racquet Club served as the hosts for the 2017 Oracle ITA Masters. Tyler Smith took to the court to compete in the ladies singles first round. Smith, who is ranked 30th nationally, took on the number 3 seed Samantha Harris from Duke University. Smith would go down in straight sets 6-3, 6-2. The Bermuda Basketball Association's Elite Basketball League season resumed inside the Summersfield Academy Gymnasium last evening with 237 points scored in a doubleheader. Game 1 saw the Falcons defeat the Hornets 74-70. The Falcons were led to victory by Chris Crumpler with a game-high 35 points, while the Hornets got 21 points from Alex Butterfield. Game 2, the Fort Knox Panthers defeated the Warriors 49-44. Cameron James scored 20 points for the Fort Knox Panthers, while Jason Lowe scored a game-high 22 points for the Warriors. Lizzie Medeiros, Bermuda's 2017 Outstanding Teen Female Sports Award recipient, has been selected to join the Women's Equestrian Hunt Seat team at Barry College in Georgia after 2 rounds of tryouts. Barry College is an NCAA Division III college and competes in the National Intercollegiate Horse Show Association's Zone 5 Region 2, fielding both Hunt Seat and Western teams.
Smokey, let's get lunch from the Marketplace Food Court. You know what? That sounds good. They have oxtails, pumpkin, curried lamb, lemon chicken, sweet and sour ribs, vegetable stir fry, and the variety goes on.
Their chefs are good. They'll set you right up with all the good carvings.
And don't forget the special dishes from the island.
It don't matter. No matter what you feel like eating, Marketplace will have it.
You know, it's quick, it's quality, and at prices you can count on.
Visit us 7 days a week. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Made for you daily at the Hamilton Marketplace Food Court.
When you lie down on a Stearns & Foster bed, you'll appreciate all the craftsmanship we've put in, making it that much harder to get out. Stearns & Foster, crafting the world's finest bed.
Furniture Walk, Bermuda's home of top mattress brands, Stearns & Foster, Therapeutic, and Restonic. Furniture Walk, furnishing Bermuda's homes for over 30 years. Call 292-5209.
In honor of Pastor Ruth D. Vanlo Smith's 20 years in pastoral ministry, Bethel AME Church is proud to present world-renowned organist Hector Oliveira live in concert on Saturday, September 30th at Bethel AME Church in Shelley Bay. Maestro Hector Oliveira is a passionate, gifted, and unique musician whose personal interpretations of classical, gospel, and popular music have amazed and delighted audiences around the world. Tickets are $75 and are available at ptix.bm or at the church office on 293-0605. That's Saturday, September 30th at 7 p.m. at Bethel AME Church in Shelly Bay.
And this is Taking Off, a series where we look at the ins and outs of Bermuda Skyport. So what is Skyport? Skyport is a Bermudian special purpose company with responsibility for the LF Wade International Airport's operation, maintenance, and commercial functions. Skyport was created in March 2017 when it took over the Department of Airport Operations to manage the airport redevelopment project over a 30-year term. The new airport, which is currently being built, will be ready in 2020. So why should you care about Skyport? Well, that's easy. Skyport is committed to modernizing the airport's infrastructure, creating a safer, more comfortable passenger experience, improving retail and dining options at the airport, providing greater accessibility for physically challenged travelers, negotiating increased airlift and new routes to Bermuda, and providing jobs for Bermudians now and over the long term. Speaking of Bermudians, Skyport has 40 staff, the majority are Bermudian. In short, Skyport is an important part of Bermuda's future.
And that's our newscast for tonight. I'm Diane Brewer. Thank you for joining us. Good night.